Okay, this recording is to go over feedback from last week's quiz and also to go over pronunciation for the words this week. So here are the common terms that I saw were missed on the quiz by several or most of the class. So I just wanted to go over these real quick. The first one's hemiplegia. So when you look at hemiplegia, you break this down into its components. Hemi, that's the prefix, and then plege, which means to loss of feeling or sensation, and then which is the condition of. So hemi, it means two. Another common word that they use all this together is quadriplegia after a stroke or after an accident. And quad, of course, means force. So we have two, right? Two limb loss. So this could be both your legs or a leg and an arm, but your hemiplegia, that's what you're talking about. So hemi is a numerical prefix, and that's what you should have been looking for on the quiz last time. Okay, on to the next word here. And the next two we'll look at together. They're adduction and abduction. But in either case, for abduction, the prefix is ab, and then the root is duck, right? And then the suffix is shen, right? And so ab means to move away from the midline of the body. So that it's a directional word, and it's talking about movement, and just like adduction is moving towards the midline of the body. So that's what you're kind of looking at on those two words. And then we have endoscopy, and the same thing. This is what you should be doing with all your terms. The prefix is endo, right? Or end, right? And then the root, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The root is endo, or end. The combining form is endo, and the suffix is scopy, right? So this is endoscopy. So scopy means to utilize a camera to look inside, right? So this is looking inside of usually your GI system. This is where they use endoscopy the most, right? So endoscopy, right? So that's what. So this is a diagnostic term, even though it seems like it should be surgical, and I would agree with a lot of you who would make that argument. But endoscopy is classified in the diagnostic category for the suffix. So the next one here, the root is my, the combining form, my, and that's a muscle, right? So muscle, and then the suffix is raphy. Hopefully I'm spelling that right, because that counts. P-H-Y, right? And this means suture of. So the suturing of muscle, myopathy, and so that is certainly a surgical term as far as categories go. Again, here we have epigastric, and this is the same thing that we talk about. The prefix in this case is epi, and the root, is gas. That's the root. And the suffix is, one other thing. The combining form is gastro, and the suffix is ic. So altogether, epigastric, right? This is gastro, here's your stomach, right? And this is your combining form where you've dropped the O because you've got a vowel. This suffix starts with a vowel, so you don't use the O there. But so you have epi, which means the area around. The other place you can see this often is epicardium. So that's has to do with the heart, and epi is the area around it. So this is your epigastric area. So the area around your stomach is what this is pertaining to. So that's how you have to kind of approach these words and breaking them down and helping you to understand what they're talking about here. So the next one is pre, which means before, and nate, right? This is I guess I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this for you guys. Life before birth, and then all again, this is pertaining to. So prenatal is pertaining to life before birth, so prenatal care is life before the care you need your baby to have before the baby is delivered. So pre definitely is telling you before. It's a time as far as the prefix goes, and that's what the quiz was about, was identifying these prefixes and suffixes. And the key to doing that is to breaking these words down, just like we're talking about here. Here we have enter. This is between, and coast. Right? This is your ribs, and all pertaining to again. So this is pertaining to the space in between your ribs, the intercostal space, intercostal, some people say it, space, anatomically. So enter is this prefix, I believe is what the question was asking, and it's positional or directional was the category. And then of course here we have card. This is equal to your heart, and the combining form is cardio. And then of course you have this suffix on there for just pertaining to the heart, cardiac, right? So yeah, that last part is definitely a diagnostic term, anatomic term as far as cardiac goes. So those are the terms, and that's going to be key for you throughout the whole semester, is being able to break these terms apart and then see what everything means and then put it back together to find a complete meaning. The final and the midterm, having that skill will be very helpful for you. As far as classifying them, that will just help you a little bit, but I wouldn't worry about that. I worry more about the skill of being able to do that kind of stuff. So these are the terms for this week. So just kind of go over these so you know. I've kind of broken them down into categories, but this is pronounced Myco, Onico, Ungo, Onychoma, Onychomalacia, Onychoosis, Onychomycosis, Onychocryptosis, Onychoopathy, Onychectomy, Onychotomy. So you can see there some of the suffixes like tomy there, right? Onycho is obviously the root here. Here's our combining form with the O. cryptosis. So just again understanding prefixes, suffixes, root words, and how they go together. So this is lipo, adipose, steato, lipido, adipocelli, lipocelli, adipoid, lipoid, adipocyte, lipocyte, adipectomy, lipectomy, adipoma, lipoma. And then back up here, scan again, dermo, dermato, cutaneo, ichthyo, hydro, kerato, steato, melano, sudor, zero, xeno, squamo, sebo, dermatitis, dermatomycosis, dermatology, dermatologist, dermatoplasty, dermoplasty, pylo, tricho, trichopathy, trichomycosis. So those are the terms. Here's some other reading review terms that'll be good for you. This is squamous cell carcinoma, malignant, benign, erythema, pediculosis, vitiligo, tinea, scabies, impetigo, urticaria, chloasma, ecchymosis, petechiae, or petechiae, some people say alopecia, antifungal, fulguration, corticosteroids, dermabrasion, parasiticides, keratolytics, intradermal test, patch test, autograft, and xenograft. So a lot of my students in the past have told me that it's hard to memorize when you don't know how to pronounce these words, and so I just came up with this idea. Hopefully it's helpful. Please give me your feedback if you like it. If you don't like it, I'll try to do one of these every week. Maybe it'll help you to hear the words. Anyways, have a wonderful week. Thank you.